Exciting, great game to be a fan. Not a great game to be a coach because it's hard in your heart, but fantastic game for our fans, for their fans, for national TV. I think is a great advert for soccer.
Clint, wearing the captain's armband today, obviously a very captain-like performance from him. What did you think?
No, I mean he stepped up and played well. Evans and Clint are two captains, and he stepped up into the breach today. Obviously a good first goal in the first half. He was unlucky on the one that he turned and spun the guy. Should have had maybe an assist on Oba's header that Oba put wide, but he stepped up, and as our team did. We were down 2-1 and we came back. And we were down 4-2 when we came back. So that speaks well of our team.
You moved him onto the wing today, and it seemed like he still had a pretty free role, even though he was there. I mean, what was the thought kind of behind?
Yeah, we wanted to tuck him inside a little bit from there, and we played sort of more of our three midfielders and spread them out a little bit. But they were getting a little bit of joy on the flanks, creating some 2v1s. So when we brought Nagel in at that point, when we were down 4-2, we went more back into a 4-2-3-1 with Clint centrally underneath Oba and Nagel, and later Papa pushing on the wings, and that seemed to suit us in this particular game better.
Exciting as it was, I mean, what do you make of the giving up 4 goals?
Well, you're never happy when you give up 4 goals, but I think some of the goals that we give up were individual mistakes. I mean, obviously, a tremendous shot by Chara, tremendous shot by Urruti, but we didn't step up and close the space on Chara's shot, and Urruti's, we lose a ball. Anibaba loses the ball. He thinks maybe it's a foul. It wasn't. And so the guy comes through on that. Another one, I think the first goal we gave the ball away in midfield as well. To them. So, we have to eliminate those turnovers in bad parts of the field, so we don't give away opportunities like that. When you score 4 on the road, you should come away with a win, but I'm sure they feel when you score 4 at home, you should have a win as well.
Are you more excited about the 4 goals or disappointed in the 4 allowed?
I'm excited about the fact that we talked in the offseason about our character, and we wanted to establish the character of our team, and I'm excited about the character of our team that showed through today. You're down 4-2 and you got 10 minutes to go, 8 minutes to go, and most people are saying, hey, this one's over, and we come back and make it 4-4, and we could have made it 5-4. You look at Anibaba's shot was going in, hit Oba's leg and went wide. Oba's header at the back post. You have the one where Oba deflects it and just deflects it wide, and you had Weber made 2 unbelievable saves, one on Marshall's header and the one on Cooper's shot in the first half. So when you add that all up, there's a lot of goals that we could have had.
What was your first reaction to your team going down to 2 quick goals and their immediate response to that?
We showed the character to come back and make it 2-2 before the half was over. And it's something we've been talking about, to not lose faith in what we're trying to do and maintain it and keep fighting for each other, and good things will happen. And I think the team showed that a couple of times today.
You've talked a lot about your big players stepping up in big games. Seems like you kind of got that today.
Yeah, obviously Dempsey, everybody sees goals. Stepped up with 3 goals. Oba was a little unlucky, but he still had 2 assists today. So he stepped up. He stepped up well there. I thought as well Lamar Nagel came in and had a presence off the bench. I know he was disappointed today in not starting. The first game he didn't start, but he made a real big impact coming off the bench for us. And DeAndre Jeld-Wen, I think, stepped up his game today as well, where he'd been playing, I think, not sometimes aggressive enough for me. And today he was a lot more aggressive, especially in the second half. And as a result of a good aggressive run, he drew the penalty kick.
In light of the 90 minutes Wednesday, were you even close to considering maybe a roll off the bench for Dempsey?
No, we figured he could give us at least 60 minutes, and I said, if you feel tired, let me know. But he's a leader. He wants to lead this team. He wants to show that last year was not the Clint Dempsey that we're going to see this year, and wants to show people he's ready for the World Cup coming up, and I think he did that today.
Obviously, you want to avoid suspension, but did ultimately him missing 2 games help him be ready to play today?
No, he would have rather avoided suspension.
How do you account for how wide open the game seemed?
It's just that kind of game. You look at it, when you look at the game and you say, hey, they probably had a little more of the ball than we did, but at the end of the day, we had more possession than they did. It was basically 50-50. So it's just the way they play, and they try and get to the flanks. we play our game right now maybe a little more centrally, and both teams found opportunities, and it was an open game because of the fact I think there were some defensive mistakes on both sides of the ball, their side and our side, and that led to the openness as well.
So the first execution is important in these kind of games, and that's what happened here.
Yeah, execution is always important. When you get chances, you gotta finish them. And so a while I was ruining that we had some good chances that we didn't finish, but at the end of the day, defensive execution is important as well.
Leo started today. What did you feel about how he played 90 minutes?
I thought Leo did all right. Really didn't get forward much for us on that side. It was difficult for him, but it was good for him to get his first 90 minutes in. We tried to bring him along slowly from his injury, not push him back too soon, and we felt that his fitness was there, and he just needs more games now to get into the rhythm of his game.
How would you compare this Timbers team to the team you played in the playoffs last year?
I mean, they're obviously a good team. They're a good team, but they're right now. If you look at their lineup, they made like 2 or 3 changes in their lineup. Not playing Fernandez. Putting Al Hassan out there. And obviously pushing Nagby, who was probably carrying a little bit of an injury, out there as well. So, they're a good, solid team, but on the same token, they're as every year is a new year, is the best way I can tell it to you. It's like what you did last year, has an impact on this year, but at the end of the day, it doesn't. It's what's happening here and now.